Adolf Hitler was born on April 1889 in the small Austrian town of Braunau to Alois. Hitler, who later became a senior customs official, and his wife Clara, who was from a poor peasant family. Hitler did not do particularly well in school, leaving formal education in 1905. Unable to settle into a regular job, he drifted. He wished to become an artist but was rejected from the academy in Vienna. At primary school, Hitler showed great intellectual potential and was extremely popular with fellow pupils, as well as being admired for his leadership qualities. However, competition at secondary school was tougher and Hitler stopped trying as a result. He also lost his popularity among his fellow students, and instead preferred to reenact battles from the Boer War with younger children. At the age of 15, he failed his exams, and was told to repeat the year, but he left without a formal education instead. It was supposedly at this time that Hitler first became interested in politics, and how the masses could be made to respond to certain themes. He was particularly impressed with the anti-Semitic, nationalist Christian Socialist Party. On November 8, 1923, Hitler staged the Nazi beer hall putsch. He hoped to force the Bavarian government to work with the Nazis and march together on Berlin. The attempt failed, but, although Hitler was tried for treason, the judge gave him a very light sentence. While in prison, Hitler wrote Mein Kampf, which formulated his political ideas. He reorganized his party on his release from jail, but it was not until the World Depression hit Germany that the Nazis were able to attract significant followers. By 1930, the Nazis were polling around 6.5 million votes. In the presidential elections of 1932, Hitler came second. On January 1933, President Hindenburg was forced to appoint Hitler as chancellor, given his popular support. In office, Hitler set about consolidating his power, appointing Nazis to government, and gaining control of emergency powers. He eliminated all opposition, in the name of emergency control, and, with the death of Hindenburg in 1934, Hitler's power was secured. In 1936, Hitler invaded the Rhineland, which had been demilitarized at Versailles. He then proceeded to annex Austria and parts of Czechoslovakia. Under the Munich Agreement of 1938, the West accepted this. In 1939, Hitler made an alliance with Russia, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and with Italy, Pact of Steel. On September 1939, Hitler invaded Poland and the Second World War began as a result. In April 1940, Denmark and Norway were also taken. France quickly followed. Hitler had conquered much of Western Europe, now he turned his sights east. In 1941, despite the alliance, Germany invaded Russia under Operation Barbarossa. It was one of his greatest mistakes. With the German advance slowed by the Russian scorched earth policy, the German army found themselves in the Russian winter without an adequate supply line. In 1943, they started their long retreat. In 1944, there was an unsuccessful assassination attempt and, in response, Hitler stepped up the atmosphere of suspicion and terror. Hitler committed suicide on April 1945, with his long-term girlfriend Eva Braun, who he is thought to have perhaps